Hello, beautiful gremlins. Today I've decided to do a very dumb challenge in which I make a Wings of Fire OC without being able to see the colors. Also, this is the first video with my voice. I hope you do not hate it. I honestly am so nervous about this, so cut me some slack, please. And if I accidentally mispronounce any words, I am also sorry about that. There's not really much I can say in my defense. And I should probably start explaining the challenge more in depth, because all you're doing is watching the footage that Procreate captured about me making the rough sheet for this glorious character. So as you might have seen, there has been a lot of challenges going around where people basically turn off the colors on their iPad or phone or whatever they're drawing on, and they try to draw something with a random color palette that they generated. And I was like, oh, hey, that looks fun. So I decided to do the same thing, but I thought it was too, shorty. I don't really like making YouTube shorts. So I was like, oh, hey, I'll do an entire video on it. I'll make a Wings of Fire character without being able to see the colors. And oh, that's so cool, and I'll be fine. That is actually what I thought. I thought this was going to turn out horribly. I am honestly surprised at the results. Okay, so first things first with this, I had to decide what tribe I was going to make the character. I narrowed it down to Rainwings or Silkwings because they are the tribes that can come in pretty much all colors. I guess this challenge would be funnier and more interesting if I had chosen a different tribe, but I just decided to stay in my comfort zone and choose the ones where the colors don't really matter. I decided to choose a Silkwing because I don't have any Silkwing OCs. My Wings of Fire OC story takes place about 1,000 years after Darkstalker. They haven't discovered the Lost Continent yet, and while there are still rumors oh, they're joking about the Lost Continent, no one really knows. So I decided that Silkwing would be better because I don't draw Silkwings that often either, so I thought it would be a step outside my comfort zone. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I think it turned out nice. Now, the first things first with any project is to get out ideas. So I quickly grabbed my sketchbook and started sketching out random ideas. Well, one random idea. I'm the type of person that comes up with ideas in her head. I don't really write them down or try to flesh them out or anything because I'm doing that all in my brain. So you're basically just getting the finished product, but here's what it looks like. Okay, so next thing on the list is to actually draw the character digitally for their ref picture. I have a headcanon that Silkwing wings are all different and they come from different butterflies. That isn't really a headcanon, that's just how I want to draw them. So I found some really pretty butterfly wings and decided to give it to this character. I also decided to name him Birdwing because they're pretty nice butterflies. I just now realized that I should have given him Birdwing wings. Too late now, but I decided to also give him a kind of just different personality from other Silkwings we see in the main series. Basically, he's just grumpy. It seems like he has a more Nightwing personality than a Silkwing personality, but I think that's actually pretty nice. I would like to see more of that. But I decided to give him a hobby of studying butterflies because I think that's a great contrast and is honestly adorable. So butterflies are really the only thing that can put a smile on his face. I did not bother with writing him a backstory yet. I'm sure I will figure something out, but for now he's a little grumpy 7-year-old Silkwing with an obsession with butterflies. The next thing on the list is line art and color, aka the fun part. So for this to work, I had to go to settings and turn on grayscale on my phone, where I could not see the colors. Since I was screen recording, you guys can see the colors, but you don't get that kind of luxury. So I am turning off the colors on this as well. So you have to go through the same amount of torture that I did. The next thing was going to the website and randomly generating a color palette. I decided to press the button 3 times, and whatever third option I got was the color palette that I had to use. Now, on this website you can actually see the color names, but on the phone it's kind of just letters and numbers, and I had no idea what they meant. So I was as clueless as you would expect me to be. so don't worry about that. The next thing I did was finally start drawing! I know, I'm sorry, I'm too long-winded for this. Okay, first part of this, I had to do line art, and I am the type of person that does colored line art. The color relies heavily on what color the dragon is. So I had to pick the color that I was going to use for the main scales, and go to my color wheel and make it darker. Now, if you're wondering if this is going to give away what colors I am using, don't worry, I completely forgot what goes where on the color wheel as soon as I opened it up. The next part of this is obviously color, and that was the hardest thing to do, like, ever. Not knowing what colors were what, I had no idea if they were even coherent. And I had no idea if I was reusing colors for a part, or like when I went to the color wheel, I didn't know if I was making it just the same color as before. Like, it was honestly torturous. But I somehow was able to push through. You can see the footage of me just wondering if they are the same color as before in the actual video. Oh my gosh. But for some unknown reason, this was actually pretty fun. It made me step outside my comfort zone and actually try to push myself to remember the color wheel and how it worked. That obviously did not work out in my favor, but at least I pushed my brain. It actually turned out quite nicely in my opinion, and I don't know. After this, my brain seriously was just fried of looking at a screen that was just utter gray. I had to take a break. So I went to a different piece on Procreate that I had drawn and closed the app, turned back on color, didn't even look at the video I recorded, and just like kind of just chilled and rested my eyes from the things that have happened, and I am so glad I did that. Because the next part was way harder than this. Just so you know, I did take precautions to make sure that I did not see the color that I had done. It's because I just wanted to see it for the first time. I wanted to just reveal it before my eyes and either laugh or cry. Now, I guess I could have just stopped at this part and just revealed it to me and everything would be fine and dandy. But no! I had to be special and do an entire illustration of this character without being able to see the colors. I love torturing myself, apparently. So after my break, I turned on grayscale again and started drawing Birdwing. I had no idea where I really wanted to go with this illustration, so I kind of just did my first instinct, which was just Birdwing looking at a butterfly. Because he likes butterflies. It was a nice idea, and I didn't really want to do much for this drawing. I didn't want to spend time on it. I thought I would do simple shading, simple everything, and no regrets. I had more things to do with my time, and I was happy with it. But oh my gosh, the lighting and the shading I did for this piece was absolute heck to do. I had no earthly idea what was lighting and what was shading, and for all I knew, the blue was orange and the orange was purple. I honestly was so terrified, and I seriously was like, wait, is this the start of the warm colors? I swear this the transition of the warm colors, or wait, no, that's the cold colors. Oh my gosh, it was like, my goodness. But I pushed through, and it actually turned out kind of nice, so. And since Birdwing and the butterfly were the main focus of this piece, I did not want to work on a background, and I did not want to go through heck of working on a background with grayscale on. So I ended up going to Ibis Paint and just taking something from the library there, which I think was fine. I also added some bushes in front of Birdwing just to make it look more alive. And no regrets, it looks good. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, me actually being able to see the heckin' colors. I did record my live reaction of this, so enjoy it. The color is back. I'm so nervous. I can close my eyes. Oh, that actually looks really good. I was not expecting that. So yeah, that is how me trying to design a Wings of Fire character in grayscale worked. It honestly worked out better than I thought it would. I thought it was going to be a disaster. So I'm actually happy I got some colors that actually look pretty good. And I am also really glad I chose a Silkwing for this because those colors don't seem to actually work good on a Rain Wing. I'm sure they would, but I don't want to try it. This was honestly a fun challenge and I actually kind of want to do it again in the future. Maybe with a different tribe? Like, I want it to be comedic next time, okay? I mean, that's kind of a joke. I want it to look good, but I mean, come on. I will actually kind of be keeping Birdwing in my pocket. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him because he doesn't really fit into my other OC story, but maybe I can find something for him to do. I really do want to thank you all for watching this video because it was kind of insane to make and I worked really hard on it, so I'm really glad that people stuck around for it. It was really experimental and I honestly don't know if I will ever do it again because I'm pretty sure my eyes are permanently damaged from this. But thanks anyway, and subscribe if you want to see more, I guess. Am I supposed to say that? Am I supposed to say like and subscribe or subscribe? What?
God, let my brushstrokes become interwoven. Keep me alive, clarified and unbroken.